It was a lecture series last weekend where more than 300 were in attendance at the Grand Savannah Suite Guyana Pegasus Hotel, including top local officials from ExxonMobil, the company that plans to begin the commercial pumping of oil offshore Guyana by 2020. There were also representatives of oil companies, Repsol, CGX International, Minister of Finance and Natural Resources, and genealogists who are associated with the opposition People's Progressive Party. Minister of Natural Resources Raphael Trotman spoke of his relationship with the professor and the ties between the Trinidad and Tobago government.
We are, even as we speak, deepening our ties with the government of Trinidad and Tobago, and only this afternoon the Minister of Energy of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honorable Ms. Nicole Oliver, met with the President, His Excellency David Granger. Last year, October, Professor Jupiter presented here in Guyana, and I was very impressed with what I'd heard. I met him again in January of 2016, early this year in Trinidad and Tobago, and again my impressions of him were reinforced and strengthened.
Trotman also described Professor Jupiter as a world-class expert and said that at the end of the lecture series, attendees will realize the brilliance of the man.
His experience, as you would see written on the program, spans the various spheres of activity of oil and gas production and development from downstream to upstream, both as a policymaker, as an advisor, and as well as a practitioner. And he has earned the very enviable distinction of being named Professor of Practice.
Professor Andrew Jupiter did not waste any time but went right down to business and explained to the audience why Trinidad and Tobago is an oil giant in the region.
In terms of age, Trinidad and Tobago is a senior member of the World Oil Producing Fraternity. In terms of age, we stand side by side with Iran, even before Saudi Arabia. So today, I am very pleased, Minister, that I can come and speak on this particular topic, bringing to bear various policies and structures that have shaped and guided the development of the energy industry in Trinidad and Tobago.
Professor Jupiter said education is key to the business of oil and gas exploration in Guyana.
So the first strategic issue is human capital development. Developing Guyana's human capital is one way of converting its below the ground, non-renewable petroleum resources into above the ground, renewable human resources. That goal is important, but the above the ground is what is very important.
The professor also stated that Guyana has one of the greatest oil opportunities in the world. He said transparency is also a key factor in the oil business.
We want to develop a competitive world-class energy sector. We want to encourage the strengthening of the linkages between the energy sector and the rest of the Guyanese economy. We want to develop a framework of governance that establishes and maintains a clear commitment to transparency and ethical behavior. Very important.
Andrew Weeks, Safe TV2, Headline News.